Mellow Rackz, the chick that used to be engaged. I didn't even know she used to be engaged. Mellow Rackz, engaged to Kodak Black. She was engaged to Kodak Black at the time, right? Kodak had announced. Damn, you know what's crazy? I think I posted this. Look.
What's wrong with you? Huh?
Oh, Kodak had he proposed. Oh, wow. Yo, chat, she gotta have that fire. Gave her a sniper gang chain, right? Made a couple songs about her, this and third. Now, I told you, I said, listen, you know, I'm not trying to call this woman any type of whatever, but listen, this is an industry, you know, where a lot of times you'll see a woman with this guy, you'll see her with that guy. A lot of times these women just want to get on in the game, right? Like, you know, they play whether their vagina, their relationship, or whatever to their advantage, and whoever who's hot or whoever could get them to the next step, they're going to go rock with. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have love for Kodak, but it just is what it is, right? That's why when I saw Kodak and Youngboy kind of getting into it over her, I'm like, bro, could y'all at least get into it over somebody that y'all are going to be truly in love with than somebody who is just supposedly just for y'all? Because if you're with a girl who, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I should, no disrespect to her. And by the way, she sent me a note through like one of Youngboy's people after I did the thing. She was like, yo, nah, don't sleep on me. I'm making some good music out here. And by the way, Mellow Rackz, like, listen, with all due respect to you, and I'm going to give you all the credit. Girl, I know what you're doing. You going to get yours. You getting yours. Let them niggas fight over you. Who gives a fuck? You're going to get yours. You got some songs that I've never listened to your music before. Even when you invited me to somebody's concert. I didn't know you made music like that. I've listened to your music now. Your music don't sound that bad. So I get it. You're trying to get on. If niggas want to fight over your pussy, want to fight over you, whatever. So, you know, I think personally it's stupid that Youngboy and Kodak could have any type of beef over Mellow Rackz, okay? Again, this is not like a girl you knew from way back in the day, and then she got in the industry, and then now she's fucking with like her, like, this is a girl, she's been trying to get on, bro, okay? Now, what happened is she dropped this song and she was dissing Kodak Black, right? Because remember, she just did a couple songs with YB. So Mellow Rackz, if you look at her new song, she dropped a song and it's called Poke the Bear. It actually almost got 1 million views in 4 days, and it doesn't sound that bad. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it probably is copywritten. I don't know if it is. Anyway, here we go. How you buying hoes? Okay, so she's dissing Kodak. Big enough for certain. How you buying hoes designer shit and leave your family hurting? Gonna blame it on the Perkins. Pussy nigga smoking dirt. It's two different minutes with me. She kind of have a little voice. I can't even lie. Say we rock. By the way, she's number 22 on the charts with trending music. With 30, it's a bitch strap on me with a switch on it. Run up if you want it. Tahoe full of Drakes and Mac 11. Niggas with me ain't on healthy shit, but steady cracking melons. Number one in the whole world. I see why niggas acting jealous. I would hate me too if I lost all my favorite head. I swear that shit'll face me too. Okay. World's funniest crackhead every time I see your latest news. Why she called him a crackhead though? I don't like when women used to deal with a nigga then be like, you have a small dick, you can't fuck, or call it like disrespect you. You were with them. It's like the epitome of your character. I fuck my cousin and you talk about me betraying you. So Kodak tried to fuck her cousin. Let's get for real pussy. Grabbing footage from old videos you was scared to release. Okay. Cause you know if I got on, you wanna be bigger than me. Since you wanna do it for computers, tell about the PC. Okay. You was scared to hit the yard cause you was caught up in beef. Okay. Go bar for bar, but that don't God that you ain't harder than me. Okay. You protected by the feds, so don't be talking about the streets. You lost your dignity for cash. Wait. How Kodak protected by the feds? Don't be talking about the streets. You lost your dignity for cash. That ain't part of the G. I can't be on here saying too much. That boy might call the police. What? She ain't about none. Oh no. So she said the lines earlier. That on it, somebody else did for a nigga you'll never. Kept me on the shelf, ain't hating on the bitch. I'm seeing how I be better. Say you gon' try me never, and that's facts. Now I'm Lambo swerving, back to back bourbons, brand new. Wait, hold on. They niggas talk too much. Dog ass boy, you bar too much. You ain't even get no respect from none of these. Make me call you bluff. What? Went to the song with a rack, cause you went flat. Needed okay. So that's the lines I was looking for. Went to the song with a rack, cause you went flat. Needed your dollars over. Okay, so basically she said you went and did a song with a rat cause you went broke flat and you needed your dollars up. Flat, needed your dollars.
song with a rap, cause you went flat, needed your dollars up.
So you went and did a song with a rap because you went flat, you need your dollars up. Basically saying that Kodak went to do a song with, and we're assuming it's Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine, some people, not some people, I think a lot of people just be like, yo, we all know he cooperated, and it looks like she's kind of sending shots at Kodak, but bringing 6ix9ine in there to say, you did a song with 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine's a rat, but you did it as a street nigga because you were fucking broke. Ironically, I think it's kind of like already known, YB was going to do probably the same song. They just, like, the reality behind that story is that they asked for more money. 6ix9ine, I don't know if I ever told you that story. 6ix9ine agreed to pay YB $1 million. It was like kind of, okay, cool. They bridged the conversation. And then YB came back, and no, it wasn't YB. I think it was his managers. They came back and said, no, we're not doing it for $1 million. We're doing it for $2 million. And they just felt like, I know 6ix9ine felt like he was kind of getting hold a bit because he was like, bro, come on, like, bro, like, you're not getting $1 million for a feature. I think Youngboy himself had posted online saying he'll do a feature for $300K, and 6ix9ine was down to pay him $1 million. And basically, the $1 million supposedly was being thought about. It was like, oh no, we could do it, and then it turned into $2 million, right? And I forgot what happened there, but I know 6ix9ine and YB was talking about doing a song, and because I think YB had said something on when me and him was on Clubhouse, and they were talking about doing a song, but communication broke down. They never did a song. Okay, just so y'all know. However, it's ironic that Mellow Rackz, who's now rocking with YB, says that about Kodak, because obviously Kodak took the $1 million, right? Now, what happened was that 6ix9ine, he not going to just sit by and just get his back kicked in. Nigga, 6ix9ine called my phone, nigga, and he was just like, nigga, he said, nigga, I'm over here doing my own business. I'm doing my thing. I'm getting ready for blah, 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 blah. He's still doing his music thing. And he's like, I know I didn't hear what I think I heard. And I said, nigga, what did you hear? He said, nigga, did I hear that bit Mellow Rackz say, yo, Kodak did a song with a rat? I'm like, yeah, I think that was in the lyrics. I didn't even know this detail. He said, do it balcony. I said, did you? He says, yes. He said, call Steve will do it. I said, I don't care that much. He said, I'm commenting on your page. Nigga, just repost my comment. And he did just that, and I reposted the comment. Okay. I'm sorry. Where is it at? Where the fuck is the comment at? God damn, I can't find it now. I can't find the comment now. Holy shit. Don't tell me they reported the comment. 6ix9ine gonna keep it real funky. He was gonna keep it real funky with that shit. What did he say though? What did he say? Let me scroll down. Oh, right here. Okay. 6ix9ine says, nah, saying you did a song with a rat, but that same rat you was sucking off for $100 in Steve Will Do It's house on a balcony was diabolical. Steve, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I, of course, believe this. But this is why, and by the way, I'm not even going to shame Mellow Rackz. Listen, Mellow Rackz ain't a virgin. I'm not going to call her a whore. You call her whatever you want. Mellow Rackz been doing her thing. She been fucking with this person. She been moving around doing her thing. Okay? Hey, this sounds like something that probably happened. For me, this just looks crazy when Kodak is confronting another man about it. It's like me dissing a nigga about Selena Powell. Right? It's like me saying, yo, you see me with Selena Powell, you want to go get with Selena Powell. Niggas would just look at me and like, bro, you're crazy. Like, you're insane. Like, brother, you need help. So that's the only thing, and I love Kodak, but Kodak, I hope after seeing this, gang, if she's exchanging communications, brother, I know, and just don't fall victim to the 50 Cent syndrome. Not because you proposed to her. Bro, it's cool. Like, we don't even, like, you never married her. You don't got no kids with her. That's not even a big L. Whatever. Like, you was in love for a little bit. Cool. Bro, don't crash out over this girl, bro. Please don't crash out over this girl. This girl clearly, like, she's trying to get on. She got a little wave. And yes, Like, she's gonna do, like, let me tell you this. When I interviewed Krishan Rock, and I think this is the majority of these women in this industry, when I asked Krishan Rock about her quote-unquote love for Blueface, I'm like, you got his face tatted right here, and like Jonathan right here. You know what she says? The majority of the reason I did it wasn't for love. She talking about the tattoo. She says, if I made a lot of money with you, I tattoo your face even bigger. And I really got to believe that most women in this industry, because I'm telling you, it's like, maybe these rappers just fall in love quickly. These women, they're doing it to get a bag. They're doing it for opportunities. They're doing it to set their career up. So yes, Shorty's doing whatever she got to do. She's using y'all rappers. She probably got that fire because all y'all keep talking about her and keep entertaining her. Like, put it like this. I wouldn't be putting I'm not going to be platforming and making or even looking like you're my main girl when you used to be fucking with some other nigga. Like, but anyway, this is the industry. I get it. So, me personally, I don't see what Mellow's doing nothing wrong. I just see Kodak, and obviously Youngboy hasn't reacted to this yet. But if Youngboy reacted to this, I would say Youngboy looks crazy too. And possibly some people could say, well, Youngboy does look crazy because why would you put on a chick who's fucking everybody and you give her a song and do X, Y, and Z for her? Maybe. I don't know. But all I got to say, man, y'all dudes better not be beefing or crashing out over this woman. Let her do what she want to do. She got a little buzz. She's going to do whatever to keep that buzz afloat, that 15 minutes to turn to an hour. Please, y'all are rappers with millions of dollars. Y'all got to stop crashing out over chicks who clearly would fuck 6ix9ine on the Come on, bro. Come on. All right, that's all I'm saying, man. All right. I actually believe 6ix9ine. Do I believe he paid her $100? No. I think Mellow is a chick who's been around, and she probably was with 6ix9ine for a bit. Actually, supposedly 6ix9ine said I saw them together, which I'm like, what? I don't know. Anyway, they fucked. Who cares? Who cares? Right? Who cares? Right? There's a lot of girls like that in the industry. They're fucking any producer, any engineer, any executive, any blogger that could give them a hype, and it is what it is. Okay. So that's the whole 6ix9ine. And by the way, I don't think Kodak Black has mentioned anything else about it. But Kodak's unhinged behavior has gotten one person to start, kind of getting at him, and that's actually Jackboy. I'm gonna get to what Jackboy said, but Kodak got on live afterwards, and Kodak was just kind of, I want Kodak to beat the allegations, but he's not that coherent, so people are gonna assume all the negative, assumptions about drugs and everything else because of his lack of him being coherent. However, I will say that Jackboy jumped in a conversation and he said this about Kodak.
You make 17, 18 bands a month, but nigga feel like I was a rapper, I'm Kodak, I'm too good to get my CDLs. Bruh, put your pride I put my pride to the side and started a restaurant, fam. Everybody can't start restaurants. Everybody ain't good with, he not good with customer service. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have customer service for restaurants. Bruh, smoke crack, bruh. Bruh, gotta, you know what I'm saying? So go grind your CDLs. That shit, hey, driving, that boy be driving for 4 days, boy. That boy never go to sleep, boy. That boy be driving for 4 days on God. You better go get your CDLs or a nigga like me gonna wind up signing your ass, boy. Nigga, alright, boy, you see how Jay-Z signed us, boy? Let me stay out that shit. But a nigga like me, alright. He gonna be like, fuck, bitch. You made 17, 18. They say Mellow went crazy. Mellow ass went dumb. He say nigga better get these CDLs. Nigga better get these CDLs, boy. One thing about me, when that music shit got hard for me, fam, I bowed out the way. I ate. Let me go get the restaurant. Let me go cop in 5 P's on my own. Plug don't throw me shit. I be kicked back in my zone, nigga. I trap with my bitch. I got out y'all way. So when shit go to getting tough, go get your CDLs, man. Know what I'm saying? Go get you mad at niggas. You wanna fight. Now you wanna tussle with niggas. Go get your CDLs, man. They say Mellow went crazy. Mellow ass.
Okay, so here's the thing, and honestly, yo, Jackboy, you know, I don't know where your relationship went bad with Kodak, but I gotta remind you and anybody else to whom it may concern, Kodak might be a crackhead. I'm not saying he is, but let's assume he is. If Kodak is a crackhead, if Kodak got one eye, one foot, if he could barely speak, Kodak Black is a legend. He will never have to get a CDL. He'll always be able to command upwards of at least 50 to 60,000, which by the way, his rate from what I've heard is over 150 to 200,000 right now if you want to get him for a festival. But the point blank period conversation is that Kodak Black is not you, Jackboy. Jackboy, with all due respect, I like you. I think your career, you've had motion and movements at time, but there's a very big difference between you and Kodak Black. Kodak Black is a hit maker, one of the legends. He could stop making music right now. He could never get another hit. He is a legend. He could perform off of that for the rest of his life. He will never have to go drive a truck. He don't got to start no restaurant. He could have a bad gambling habit. He could have, again, these are things I don't want him to have, but we have to point out the difference. This idea that maybe you think that he's not, maybe mentally not going through the greatest of time, or maybe you think he's strung out on drugs, just be very clear. Kodak Black is a legend, and at the end of the day, he'll always be fine because there'll always be Rolling Loud to book him. There's always will be fans that want to hear him, even perform old songs from 2017. And unfortunately, that's just not the case with, for example, you. Again, it's all good to make fun of him for his lack of sobriety, because I ain't gonna lie, I am concerned about him and his drug use. But to try to make his career sound like he needs to go get a job, we're not talking about the likes of some of these other guys, all right? And who I can't even tell who comes to mind. But Kodak Black is not in that boat. He's gonna be rich forever, literally and figuratively. And he's gonna be fine. So again, while I do hope he gets off of drugs and manages money and all his finances and everything properly, I can't sit here and act like Kodak Black career is over with. Kodak is always one hit away. Kodak is one dope album away. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think Kodak Black, it's been a while since he gave us a really cohesive project that really made us fully buy into the stories. I do think he puts out good music. It's just that I feel he's scatterbrained, and I feel like he's a little bit frustrated with music because he's hitting his head on the ceiling. He doesn't see where the growth could come in. He feels like other people, and this goes back to his beef or his conversations, or when people thought he was hating on 21 Savage. He feels that other people get the opportunity that he should get. He felt that he should have did a collab album with Drake before 21 because Drake was fucking with his shit before, and he felt this and third and this and third. I get all that, but at the end of the day, nothing's promised and nothing's owed to you in music. You got to go earn it. So, Kodak just got a lot back in. To me, the difference between a Kodak Black and an NBA Youngboy is that even though Youngboy be sometimes strung out, not no more, Youngboy was always focused on the image, the music, and even if some of the music was miss instead of hits, the fans were still buying into the entire movement. The thing with Kodak, people are starting to stop looking at him like a street nigga and start looking at him like a crack addict. I don't know if he does crack, but when people start looking at you like you're a patient that needs rehab instead of the person who is a project baby, who is a street nigga that's standing on business, that's going to affect, most of these rappers, I always say that Meek Mill's career got killed by his public image. When people stop looking at you as what you're been promoting and selling, and now they look at you as the Twitter guy, it hurts you. When people start looking at you as the drug addict, it hurts you. And if Kodak could try to course correct, I think his shit could be back on the up and up, but I don't know if he will. I think Kodak realizes that no matter what, he could show up to Rolling Loud 30 minutes late. He could just not even perform the song, hold the mic out there, just dance a little bit. Go Yak, go Yak. He does his thing, and $150,000 still cashes in his bank account. He got all the cars. He got whatever he wanted in life. And, sometimes accomplishing a lot too quick starves you of that drive you need to keep focused. And I don't know, maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's drugs. Let me not try to take that out of the mix. But again, I do care about Kodak, and I do want him to be the very best version of himself. I've compared his poetic style and some of the words and some of the stories he would tell to somebody that is as great as Tupac Shakur. So yeah, I don't want him to be the crack fiend, Famous Dex type nigga. With all due respect to Famous Dex. So hopefully course corrects. But Jackboy, if you want to do anything for Kodak, get him to rehab. But getting him to get a CDL, I don't know. A CDL probably could help you. It can't help Kodak. Kodak don't look like he could drive a motherfucking thing but a boat. Okay? And he's not broke. He won't be. Anyway. Okay.